Live and direct is absolutely amazing. So Anonza is available to take questions from the audience as well as our panel. We're going to start with our panel and then throw forward to the audience. We'll start with the gentleman in the front with questions to Anonza. She's available to answer all your questions. Naked DJ, we'll start with you.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say that Anonymous, there's also another good point that we missed. You actually have a great relationship with those kids because you talk to the kids, you interact a whole lot with the kids. You've actually spoken more about the kids than your partner. Am I the only one that actually sees the fact that, you know, they've come to you and they've given you warnings from a loving place? Because if they really did not like you, they would have kept quiet about going to visit Babungabinde in you know, if they wanted you to go down, they would have listened to their mom saying, do not tell her that we are doing this stuff so this muti can work. You need to just keep on nurturing that relationship with those kids and, you know, keep on speaking to them. They communicate with you. A whole lot of stepmothers will say, you know, when the kids come into the house, I can't speak to them, nothing happens, there's no relationship. So keep nurturing that relationship, it's great, just stop fearing nonsense.
Do you have a question for Anonza?
No, I actually wanted to touch on your point that you said around discipline. And I think, you know what, I get where Anonza is coming from. She's saying, who's taking my side? You know, most of the time, every time she has to probably complain in the relationship about what is happening, it boils down to the kids. And when it boils down to the kids, you don't want to come across as if you have an issue with the kids. But what you said, Janelle, was that if somebody actually gives them the indication what is acceptable or not on both sides, then they would know where to toe the line. Anonza would know, you know what, this is unacceptable, I can't say this in front of the kids. But the man also must revert to baby mother and say, listen, this is the value system that I want my kids to grow up with. You shall not impart this value system with regards to my kids. And come back and even do it in front of Anonza so that Anonza can see that this man is taking the right side, not anyone's side.
So we've got Anonza who wants to respond to what has been said about disciplining the children and all the other comments. Anonza.
Okay, thanks everyone. What I usually do when the kids come and tell me all these things, and luckily for me, they say this in front of my partner. So I try not to entertain it and I just leave it there and try to talk about something else. However, later, when it's just the two of us, I do speak to my partner and say, listen, this is what I heard, what do you think? And he would say to me, you know what, I don't believe these kids, and basically dismiss it. So if it happens once, I would understand. But every time kids come with these stories, it's starting to bother me. And yeah, it's a lot to take. And I love the kids, like I say, we go out. But every time these stories, I wish they could just keep quiet. But we also agree with my partner that in terms of disciplining the kids, that he'll be the one responsible in terms of disciplining the kids, because I'm a softie. I usually keep quiet even with my own child. So he's more of a disciplinarian in our relationship.
All right, before we go back to our live audience, I'm going to tweet you from Spongile because we won't leave them out. You know how it is. We'll probably trend for the wrong reasons. There's a tweet saying, but then I feel this incident could be God saying this one is not for you, Anonymous.
Yes.
You guys agree? Do you have a question for Anonymous, audience? Yes. Anyone with a question for Anonymous? Yes. Sure. Wait, where's the mic?
Yeah, my name is Ralph.
Go right ahead.
I just want to say to Anonza, she must be worried to what are the kids saying to their mother about her. Because if the kids are saying something to her about their own mother, she must be worried what are they saying when they get there to their own mother. She must be worried about it.
They are saying ululu ubuyile. Oh, brief.
Sometimes you give kids too much credit. Kids are kids. I've got a 9-year-old. She's very honest. Well, within reason. She's got a trickery, but we can see through it. She's a child. Sometimes, and rightfully is, as you say, Naked, those kids have a loving relationship. When kids come to you and say, Papa, why is your mama 1, 2, 3? They're honestly feeling there's something wrong with the other end, which I need to share with you because I love and I care for you. And they're honestly doing that. Kids don't operate like a 17-year-old. They're not that manipulative. Even if they are, and then we gotta ask how old these kids are. You might find that you've got a 9 and a 7-year-old.
Or a 25-year-old and a 32-year-old. There's an audience question. Yes, sir.
Hi, Dino. I just want to say that with all of us here, while you are sleeping, someone is not sleeping, trying to figure out ways to bring you down, and that's a fact. Now, I want to go with the point that you have said that she must just wake up, pray, and slay. As soon as would say, Sabenza girl. So when they just wake up, pray, and slay, that's all I can say.
So while the other one is bendering on a broom,
While you are sleeping, she's not sleeping. So when I just sleep peacefully, wake up in the morning, pray, and Sabenza.
Sure. I suppose, you know what, you can only control what you can control, and to worry about what people are saying on the other side, I think you're diverting attention and you're exhausting energy, because you can't control what's being said on the other side. Yes, ma'am, you have a question for Anonza.
It's more of a comment, it's more of a comment. I think what she has to do is, if ngabe bayathakatha, well and good, mabathakathi babona. Well, abantwana abakhuma baze ngapha bafundisa ukuthandaza. Ukuthi whenever izinto zenzeka ngale, bakhumbule ukuthi konje ngale siyathandaza. I think that's one way of it. We should know that.
So if you don't believe in Muti, it'll never work on you. That's my view. There's another comment there.
I just want to say to the lady, Uguti, I think it's normal. I'm in a similar situation. I think
We are tagata or bad tagata.
What I'm trying to say is, it's normal they do that, but like don't be too sensitive or too serious about it. It happens a lot. My stepson did the same, telling me about the mother keeping my pictures. I didn't take that thing too serious to affect that I got angry or affected. I just laughed about it. So I think it's normal. They just feel Uguti, for them to build a relationship with you, maybe they have to discuss the mother or something. Yeah. But I don't think it's very harmless. I don't think there's anything bad to it. It happens.
Anonza, do you have anything to say? How old are the children?
Okay, the first one is like 15.
She looks
about 10, and the other one is about 6.
You'd like to say something?
No, I was saying, I mean, there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, Anonymous, everybody has your picture.
Yes.
You know, are you like that?
I'm fine. I think I'm waiting for the next issue.
I think find baby mama and boyfriend. Once she finds love,
yes.
she'll find
Yes, that is also true. That is also true. We're going to take an ad break now. When we come back to more music, entertainment, and more dilemmas around #AskAman.